I want you to do something for me before this video even starts. Go to a mirror right now. I'll wait. Look at her, that woman looking back at you, and tell me, when was the last time you actually liked what you saw? Not tolerated, not made peace with, but actually liked. Because if you can't remember, this video is for you. And I need you to stay with me for the next 20 minutes because what I'm about to tell you is going to make you cry, and then it's going to make you angry, and then if I do my job right, it's going to make you do something. So let's get into it and see what happens at the end of this video. So, there was a day that you disappeared. Hey, I'm Jill, and if this is the first time we're meeting, here's what you need to know about me. I help women over 50, women in a new phase of life, women who somehow lost themselves along the way. I help them rebuild their confidence. I help them love looking in the mirror again, and I help them start something for themselves, even when they think it's too late. Whether that's upping their hair game or building something that's finally theirs. And I want to talk to you today about something nobody warns us about. And that is the day that we disappear. Because it doesn't happen all at once. It happens so slowly in pieces that you don't even notice them at first. They're quiet. They're so small. And it happens the day your kid moves out of the house and the house gets quiet. You walk past their bedroom and you think, wait, who the heck am I if I'm not the one packing lunches, solving their problems, driving them here and there? Who am I? It happens the day you're in a meeting and a woman 15 years younger than you gets that promotion and everybody says you've been a great mentor and you smile and then you go cry in the car. It happens the day you're getting ready to go out and you put on that dress and you look in the mirror and for one split second, you do not recognize the woman looking back at you because you have been so lost. It happens the day your husband stops looking at you, or the day you realize you stopped looking at him a long time ago. It happens at the salon, when you ask for a cut you've had for 10 years, and the stylist, oh my God, I can't even speak to you. The stylist tilts her head and says, are you sure? It might be a little harsh. Why all of a sudden? It happens the day you put your hair on the pillow and you pick it up and you stare at it for a minute longer than you should. It happens the day someone calls you ma'am and it lands differently. That happened to me, and I'm going to tell you, I hated it. And one day you wake up and you realize that you haven't seen yourself in a long, long time. You've seen everything else. You've seen you being the mom, the wife, the employee, the daughter. But you, the actual you, the girl who used to dance in her kitchen, the woman who used to laugh out loud and have lots of fun, the one who had dreams that didn't involve anybody else's calendar. Where the heck is she? That's what I want to talk to you about today, because you can find her again. Here's the part that's going to make you a little angry. But you know something? Good. I want you angry. Because if you get angry, you're going to take action. We were sold a lie. We were told that if we did everything right, if we were good girls, good students, good wives, good mothers, good employees, that by the time we hit 50, we would have arrived. We'd be settled, we'd be confident, and we would be done. Done with the questioning, done with the second guessing, done with the wondering if we're enough. And what actually happens is totally the opposite. You hit 50 and the questions get louder. Not quieter. Your house might get quieter, but your questions get louder. Who am I if my kids don't need me? Who am I if my career is winding down? Who am I if my body is changing in ways I didn't sign up for? Who am I if I look in the mirror and I don't even know that woman anymore? And here's the thing I want you to hear, because I've watched too many women suffer in silence about this. It is not your fault. You were raised in a generation that taught you to make yourself small, to not brag, to not take up space, to put everybody else first before yourself, to wait your turn, to be grateful for whatever came your way and not to expect anything else. You were raised on TV shows where the husband was the king and the wife was the joke. You were raised in a culture that called ambitious women names that ambitious men got medals for. You were raised to believe that aging was something to be sorry about. And then the world handed you a mirror at 50 and said, well, what did you do with your life? And you just stand there, holding everybody else's coats, wondering whose dreams those were that you'd been carrying. So if you're sitting here right now feeling lost, let me say something I don't think anybody has said to you in a long time. You're not behind. You are not too late. You are not broken. You are right on time. You are just waking up to what is possible. And it all starts by looking in the mirror. Now, I want to get really practical with you because feelings are great, but feelings without action are just expensive entertainment. And this might hurt a little bit, but I want you to leave this video with something you can actually do. So let me tell you where it all starts. Like I said before, it starts in the mirror. Hear me out, because this is way more than vanity. The way you feel about the woman in the mirror is the foundation for every single decision you make. Every conversation you walk into, every opportunity you say yes or no to. Every dream you let yourself believe is still on the table. And let me be honest with you, right now, I'm watching women my age, women your age, going through one specific thing that is gutting them. And most of them won't say it out loud. And that's their hair. That hair on the pillow I told you about, that's not a small thing. The reason it hits so hard isn't because of the hair. It's what your hair represents. It represents time gone by. It represents change. It represents a body that used to do what you asked it to, and now it does whatever it wants and you can't control it. And here's what the research is showing. By the time we hit 50, almost half of women experience some kind of thinning or change in our hair. It's hormonal, it's normal, and nobody talks about it. And while it can be all of those things, there are solutions. But what do? We suffer alone. We part our hair differently. We avoid that back camera on our phones. We turn down the invitation. We cancel the photo. We might actually go out and either get extensions or get a wig. And then we shrink a little more and a little more. And let me tell you, I'm not okay with that for you. I'm not okay with that for me. Because here's what I've learned working in this industry, watching women transform. When a woman fixes her hair, she doesn't just fix her hair. She lifts her chin. She makes that eye contact. She walks into the room differently. She sends that email. She books that trip. She has the hard conversation with her husband. She tells her boss what she's worth. Her hair did not do that. Her hair just gave her that permission. And that permission was to be able to be seen again. So if you're watching this and there is one thing, one small thing that you've been avoiding looking at because it feels too vain to admit, or too late to change, or too superficial to matter, I'm giving you permission right now to take it seriously. Your hair matters. Your skin matters. The way you feel walking past a window and catching your reflection matters. None of that is shallow. All of that is the foundation. Because the woman who can look in the mirror and like what she sees, she's the woman who builds the next chapter. She does not sink deeper. She rises higher. But I'd be lying to you if I said this was all just about hair or skin or any of that. Because here's what I see in my DMs a lot of the time. Women message me about their hair. We start talking, and within 20 minutes, the conversation changes because it was never about the hair. It was about the marriage that went quiet. It was about the career that doesn't feel like hers anymore. It was about the bank account she doesn't control and doesn't have much money in there that she can control. It was about the dream she let go of when she had her first baby and never quite picked back up. It was about the question she's been afraid to ask herself out loud. Is this it? Is this all my life is for? Is this the life I'm going to live for the next 30 years on autopilot, watching everybody else go after what they want? Watching younger women start businesses and write books and travel and live while I tell myself it's too late for me. If that hits home, I need you to stay with me for the next few minutes because this is the part that changes everything for you. And honestly, it was a change that I never even thought about until it was presented to me. Listen, there's a moment, and every woman I work with hits it eventually, where you stop asking, is this it? And you start asking, what if it's not? What if 50 is the start and not the finish? What if everything before now were just lessons and preparation? What if the woman who raised the kids, kept the house, ran the department, held the family together? What if she has skills the world is begging for and she's been giving them away for free? Or have you been doing something on a daily basis and not getting paid for it? I want to read you something I wrote down a few months ago that almost made me throw my phone across the room. It said, the most expensive thing a woman can own is the dream she gave up on. Again, the most expensive thing a woman can own is the dream she gave up on. Because every year you carry that dream around, unspoken, unbuilt, unattempted. You think that it's not possible, and it costs you. It costs you energy. It costs you joy. It costs you that version of yourself that you were supposed to become. And the bill comes due. Trust me, the bill always comes due. I'd rather you pay the cost of trying than the cost of wondering. Because with the cost of trying, you do not leave yourself with what if. Okay, so let's talk about the part that scares people. Because I know there's a woman watching this who's been nodding her head for the last 20 minutes, and now she's getting nervous because she knows where I'm headed. She knows I'm going to tell her she should start something for herself, and she's already got the objections lined up, just like soldiers, and they're going right in front. I'm too old. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I'm not techie. I don't want to be one of those women on social media. I tried it once and it didn't work. My husband won't support me. My friends are going to laugh at me. I don't even know what I do. Did I get most of them? I think I probably did, but I'm sure there are a few more out there. I'm going to address every single one. Not today, not in this video, but stay close to me. Comment start on this video and I will personally make sure you get the next steps. But for right now, I want you to hear me when I say this. Starting something of your own after 50 is not a midlife crisis. It is a midlife correction. It is you finally getting back to that woman you were always meant to be. And here is what nobody tells you. That thing that you start, it doesn't even have to be the right thing. It doesn't have to be your forever thing. It doesn't have to be the thing you take to your grave. It just has to be something that moves you in the direction of your dream. Something where the income is yours. The schedule is yours, the wins are yours, and the losses are teaching you a lesson. Something that gets you out of survival mode and into builder mode. Because here's the secret nobody tells you about confidence. It's not something you find. It is something you build by doing hard things on purpose, by doing things that you otherwise wouldn't do because it's out of your comfort zone. Every time you do something that scares you and you live through it, your nervous system files a little note. It says, oh, I guess we can do that. It's not gonna do me any harm. And the next thing gets a little easier. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you what to start. That is not my job. My job is to tell you that the woman watching this video has more in her wheelhouse than she's letting out. And the world is starving for what she has. Wisdom, stability, empathy, a lived experience, the ability to hold space for other women who are exactly where she used to be. That is not nothing. That, in fact, is everything. Stop giving it away for free. Because you've been doing it long enough, and now it's time to pick it up. I want to leave you with something. I want you to imagine, just for a second, a letter showing up at your door a year from now from the woman you're going to be. She's older, she's softer in some places, stronger in others. Her hair looks better than it has in years. Her eyes are awake. She's got a little something behind that smile that wasn't there last year. And the letter says this: thank you. Thank you for the day you stopped pretending you were fine. Thank you for the day you stopped saying it's too late. Thank you for the day you finally took yourself seriously. Thank you for the small thing you did, and the smaller thing after that, and the small thing after that. Oh, sorry. Thank you for not waiting until you felt ready, because we never feel ready, and ready is an absolute lie. Thank you for becoming me. I love you, and please keep going. You're going to do amazing things. That woman exists. She's real. She is on the other side of every excuse you have ever told yourself. And the only thing standing between you and her is what you do in the next 30 days and beyond. So here's what I want you to do. If anything in this video, anything resonated with you, if you cried a little, if you got mad, if you felt seen, if something in you said yes, comment the word START below this video. Just that one word, START, and I'll see it and we'll have a conversation. Not a sales pitch, but a conversation. I'll ask you what's going on, where you're stuck, what you're feeling, what you actually want for yourself in the next chapter, and we'll figure out what, if anything, makes sense for you. No pressure, no promises, no drama, just a real conversation between two women, one of whom has been exactly where you are, and one of whom is ready to stop pretending she's fine. If you're not ready for that yet, that's okay too. Hit subscribe so you don't lose me. Send this video to one woman in your life who needs to hear it. You know exactly who she is. And then go look in the mirror one more time before you go to bed tonight and tell her out loud, we are not done. We are just getting started. I'll see you in the next one.